The Whispering Caves. Elias was a young man with a brave heart. He lived in a small village near a dark, mysterious forest. People said strange things happened in the forest. They spoke of whispering sounds and glowing eyes in the night. Elias was not afraid. He loved adventure. He wanted to explore the unknown. One sunny morning, Elias decided to enter the forest. He packed a small bag with food, water, and a sharp knife. His dog, Shadow, a loyal and strong German shepherd, walked beside him. Shadow had dark fur like the night and eyes that glowed with intelligence. Together, they walked into the deep woods. The trees were tall and old, their branches forming a thick canopy. Sunlight struggled to reach the ground. It was quiet, too quiet. Only the sound of their footsteps broke the silence. Deep inside the forest, they found a hidden cave. It was dark and cold. A strange wind blew from its entrance, carrying a faint, eerie whisper. Shadow growled softly, his fur bristling. Elias felt a shiver, but his curiosity was stronger than his fear. He lit a torch and stepped inside. The cave walls were rough and damp. Water dripped from the ceiling, making small puddles on the ground. The whispers grew louder, like many voices speaking at once, but he could not understand them. They seemed to come from deeper within the cave. As they went further, the cave opened into a large chamber. In the center was a glowing crystal, pulsing with a soft green light. The whispers were strongest here. Elias reached out to touch the crystal. Suddenly, a shadow detached itself from the cave wall. It was a creature, tall and thin, with long, sharp claws and glowing red eyes. It moved silently, like smoke. This was the source of the whispers, a guardian of the crystal. Shadow barked loudly and lunged forward, protecting Elias. Elias knew he had to act fast. He remembered an old tale about the forest, a tale of light and darkness. He quickly pulled out his knife. It was not for fighting the creature, but for something else. He saw a small crack in the cave ceiling directly above the crystal. He threw his knife with all his strength. The knife hit the crack, and a beam of sunlight, thin but bright, pierced through the darkness, hitting the glowing crystal. The crystal pulsed violently, and the shadowy creature recoiled, hissing. The creature screamed, a sound that made the cave shake. It began to shrink, fading away like mist in the morning sun. The whispers stopped. The green light of the crystal dimmed, then vanished. The cave was silent once more, but now it felt peaceful. Elias and Shadow quickly left the cave, returning to the sunlight. They were safe. Elias looked back at the forest. It was still mysterious, but now it held a different kind of magic. Back in the village, Elias told his story. People listened with wide eyes. They learned that fear can be overcome with courage and quick thinking. They also learned that sometimes the greatest dangers hide the greatest wonders. Elias became a hero, not just for his bravery, but for showing them that understanding the unknown can bring peace. The forest was no longer a place of fear, but a place of respect and wonder. Elias and Shadow continued their adventures, always remembering the whispering caves and the lesson they learned. Courage and knowledge can light up the darkest places.